How would having hyper-local knowledge of a neighborhood help an agent in serving their clients?
Well, I mean, it's everything. Like if you can share the walking trails and the coffee shops and the restaurants and how long is that street light going to stay red for and which route is going to be quicker and who the principal at the school is, like you're exhibiting real knowledge and real value in the marketplace. So the deeper that you understand those things, the more you can help people.
Do you feel like it also gives an additional humanizing touch where you can talk about the details that impact someone on a daily basis?
Yeah, of course. And it's also the number one way to differentiate yourself in a world right now where we're getting disrupted by technology, right? Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Homes.com. The one thing that none of those companies will be able to do is be able to beat you at a local level. So the more you know about a given area or a neighborhood, the more valuable you are to your clients.
How do you get that knowledge?
Well, you have to live it. You have to have experience. And if you don't, you have to go and find it and research it and earn it.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be you lived in that neighborhood. It could also be you sold a home there and you learned a lot about it, right? So obviously you're not going to have that hyper-local knowledge about every neighborhood in the whole Twin Cities. You can only live in one place at a time. Before you've had a chance to sell homes to a bunch of people, how do you find that information? How do you get that knowledge? If you were a brand new agent, how would you get that knowledge about a specific neighborhood?
You have to get in your car and you have to go tour neighborhoods. You have to go look at homes and you have to just constantly be out in the environment itself. And there's great websites, greatschools.org. There are a lot of data-driven websites that will help you with that stuff. But
Sure.
But one of the things that I did in the first couple of years was just toured as many homes as possible. And when you're in the homes, in the neighborhoods, in the cities, you learn a lot about the areas.
So in order to be a successful agent in the metro area, do you have to have that hyper-local knowledge about all neighborhoods everywhere?
No, you don't. And the thing about the Twin Cities is that, from top to bottom, side to side, you can get across it in 45 minutes, right?
Right.
Without any traffic, of course, or without any snow, or you get my point. It's not a large metro to understand and know, but what you need to know is what your clients are looking for.
Right.
So if your clients are looking for something specific, then you need to go and find that. Very rarely are they saying, I'm looking for a house in all 13 counties. And, I don't care where it is, right?
Right.
One of the questions I would ask is that if you could put a pin on a map and live, anywhere that you guys want, where is that pin going to be? Where specifically do you want to be? And most people know that. Most people can pin it, right?
And then go do your research about that pinned area.
Exactly. And then what you do is, let's just say they're looking in North Oaks or they're looking in the Northeast. We're going to pinpoint that area, we're going to circle it, and we're going to go find and research all the information inside of that area to find them the best home that fits. So the other thing is that you don't always have to be everything to everybody, right?
Sure.
If somebody is looking so broadly where they're looking at 13 counties, it's okay to tell them you don't know a certain area. It's okay to go and find a specialist in that area to refer that business to.
Sure.
I see a lot of agents wasting a lot of their time driving around the city, trying to be that person for their client when they aren't that person for their client. And what they're doing is they're taking a ridiculous amount of time driving around when they could be spending their time focusing on one certain area. So my point is if you live in the Twin Cities and somebody is looking in Otsego, right, and you live in Rosemount, it's not practical to drive to Otsego and back every single day to find properties. It's actually probably in your better interest to refer that to a colleague who lives up there who can help them, and then you can spend your time going deeper in your community.
And presumably get some referrals back in your direction from the Otsego agent
Yes.
who doesn't want to drive to Rosemount.
Of course.